Hey, it's Clay. Welcome to another video. We're going to talk some more about aim today. Now that you've got your basic fundamentals of your mouse and your sensitivity settings set up in the last video, now what can you start doing in the practice tools to start building and developing your aim? In Valorant, because the time to kill is so fast, your aim becomes like a skill in and of itself. It's not just that you get better at playing Valorant, you have to get better at aiming, and then that applies to your gaming, while you're actually in-game playing. And, really, Warhol always talked about it with CSGO. There's a trifecta of aim, game knowledge, and teamwork and communication. That trifecta. And in this game, aim is really just the same. It is a skill in and of itself that you have to hone, you have to practice. And if you're at a beginner level, or if you're at a lower rank, you're going to just need to put some time into the practice tool. Now, thankfully, this practice tool is excellent, and it has everything that you need to get yourself at a better level. And there are a lot of tremendous things that you can do. A lot of creative people have come up with really cool things that you can do in the practice tool. But I would say that more than anything else, what you need to be doing is learning how to quickly flick onto heads. And so let's just talk a little bit about that. So if you're starting, if you hit F3, if you just leave it on easy, you don't have to do any of these streaks. You don't have to do strafe or anything. Just leave it on easy. And I would buy either the Phantom or the Vandal, and you really need to be focusing on these two guns because they're the power weapons in this game. I think there's a little bit of a tendency to try to lean on maybe the Spectre or the Ares as kind of a crutch because they have such higher rate of fires and they're a little bit better for spraying. But you really have to learn how to quickly flick onto heads. So what I recommend is if you just take I've got a Vandal out now, and just try to quickly I'm going to click start, and what I'm going to be trying to do, I'm not going to move at all with my left hand. I'm just going to be trying to move my mouse quickly as flicking onto the head and single tapping. Well, that wasn't very good. So continue to do that, and you want to try to focus on snapping onto the head and single tapping as quickly as possible. Second, once you've done that for a little bit, I think you should start introducing movement. And I think it's almost harder for me to go back to the no movement stage because I'm so accustomed to this. And what I really recommend is you work on your strafing, right? So with your AD, I think it's really important that you be able to be moving. Target comes up, stop, and tap. That's a pretty critical skill. And you can get a feel for not only you're pressing D and then letting go, but you can counter strafe where you press A, D. And so you just come to a stop just a slight moment faster, and that's when you gain that D, A, D, A, D. See, if you do it right, you can see where these bullet holes are lining up. You're perfectly accurate in that moment. Whereas if I do it wrong, I land it over here. So I think it's really important, if I do get this going again, I'm going to try to go for single taps, but I'm going to be moving the whole time. So that right there is a great drill, and I would say even if you just spend a little bit of time every day trying to improve that skill, that will take you really far in Valorant. Because really learning how to quickly snap onto those headshots is one of the most critical things that you can do. Second, I want to talk about this. If you are a newer player, you're going to need to learn how to spray with the weapons. And what I would again recommend is come over here to this guy, and what you need to be learning is can be, especially as you start spraying, there can be a disconnect. You can see where the crosshair right now, my little green dot, is on the center. And as you spray, the bullets do not follow that crosshair. They take on a recoil pattern. And if I just hold left mouse, you can see there's a period of time where my green dot is here, but my bullets are tracking up here. And you need to get a feel for that. You need to start learning how that works. And so what I would recommend you try to do is try to keep your bullets within this center circle. So in order to do that, if I clear, I need to be pulling down with my left mouse. Even from back here. and just give yourself a little bit of a feel for centering around this. Maybe I can use the Phantom this time, right? This is a little bit better for... Right, see, if I don't really do anything, it just climbs up. So you're going to need to find a way to control that. And even just like little 10-shot bursts like that, where you start to drag the mouse down and just get a feel for trying to keep that bullet pattern, the black little dots within this circle, I think is really critical. You know, because really you're going to be coming around the corner and you're going to need to be between those two skills, being able to quickly single tap that, and also being able to control between those two skills, I think that you can really improve your aim from a beginner level to a much more intermediate level. And then beyond that, it's really just about refinement. But I would say practicing those two skills in the practice tool every day for a little bit of time is a tremendous way for you to improve your aim. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.